What's up, everybody? Mr. Dude here, and welcome to another episode of X-Plane 11. It's been a few days since I've been able to record a video, an X-Plane 11 video anyways, as I've been working on doing some other things in the background for the channel. So, I hope you guys did, for those of you that got the chance to enjoy the last video, that flight there to, there down in the Caribbean from Antigua to St. Kitts was a lot of fun, and seemed to be really receptive, especially by those of you that are from the area. So if you have any more flight requests, you know, shorter flights that we could do in general purpose aviation aircraft would be preferred, because if it's longer flights, those things are a bit more suitable for streaming, not so much for videos. You know, my average watch time on my videos right now stands at about 4.5 minutes, maybe, is the average watch time. So there's no use to recording a 2.5-hour video, you know, when you're averaging about 4 minutes in watch time. So, yeah, but short flights that you think would be entertaining, please let me know. This here is the... let me look at what this actually is. I am pretty bad at this. This is the Meyers 200D, version 1.01. I'll put the link down below in the video description, in order to, so that you guys can go download this. Yeah, this is a pretty neat little aircraft. You know, the textures aren't, you know, super duper, but they're okay. And the reason I wanted to do this is I think this is one that was just kind of like ported over. I'm not sure if this was ported over or if this was just kind of like an individual that created it. So I wanted to show it to you guys here on the channel, because, you know, it's nice to support those that have taken their own time to do something, you know, that don't do this for a living. So yeah, you know, one of the things of note is that, oops, I apologize for that, the mic stand there. One of the things of note is that this aircraft does not come with a 3D cockpit. It is a 2D cockpit, and you can only navigate up and down and not side to side. So you can navigate the view down in order to kind of look at these buttons and toggles down here. And it will indicate to you where what works and what doesn't work. I'm not, as in most planes, I'm not very familiar with how to fly this plane, only to tell you that you know, that we're gonna try it out and see what it is. You can zoom the view up. It does have does it have nav radios? I do believe it does have nav radios. Yes, it's got nav radios, so you can do ILS or IFR in this aircraft, and has the default, you know, autopilot, or a default type autopilot on there. The interior textures are definitely not my favorite, but it's got a 2D cockpit, so the problem with the 2D cockpit is, you know, this is what you get for views. You know, you can't look up, you know, and this is, yeah, not necessarily my favorite. Hey, hello, SR21, or 71. I usually spawn those in just for giggles. All right, so we're gonna take off on this plane. We're gonna do a little bit something a bit different today. We're gonna fly this initially without music. I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll play a song on the way back to the airfield. We're here in at Tri-Cities Regional, Tennessee, Virginia. Hopefully we can find our way back to the airfield, but if not, we'll find somewhere to land, I'm sure. All right, that's enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and give her some throttle and see how she reacts. Now, I do need to, hold on a second. before I continue, I need to turn down the sound. That's one of the things I noticed about my last video, is that these sounds were a bit loud compared to the mic. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn those all down to there. That should be fine. Okay, done. Okay. Hopefully I don't wreck the plane. I'm pausing this. There we go. That's actually pretty stable. I do like that quite a bit. We'll pull back on the stick. It does have retractable landing gear. I went with the real world weather, and so yeah, those textures are not very fun at all. But and by the way, this is all auto-gen scenery. I did not do anything special. This airport is already in X-Plane. So, whoop. All right. So we will continue to gain some elevation. And I really didn't look at the weather to see whether or not how thick the cloud layer was here lower to the ground. Seems like that's about 5,000 feet maybe. All right, so that's not a bad. This is actually really stable. Let me go ahead and retract these flaps real quick. Did we? Yep, they are retracted. Good deal. No. Okay. And there is aircraft taken out of the runway, so I do want to look at that real quick. Pardon me. I did see aircraft taken off. Oh, look. Oh, that's awesome. I think that SR-71 wrecked. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We'll back off the throttle a little bit. We're gonna buzz past this guy. Oh, no worries, I got him. He's right here. What is wrong with that guy? That's funny. How does he... Is it? It's because the runway's too short for that SR-71. That's freaking hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I got you, lady. All right. Honestly, this is pretty stable. Oh, inner marker. Thank you. Yes, I heard you. Anything else taking off? Oh, there's that SR-71. That's hilarious. That's awesome. What's up, everybody? Mr. Dude here, and welcome to another episode of X-Plane 11. It's been a few days since I've been able to record a video, an X-Plane 11 video anyways, as I've been working on doing some other things in the background for the channel. So, I hope you guys did, for those of you that get I mean, this is default scenery, ladies and gentlemen, and this is, I mean, X-Plane does look really good, even if you don't do any ortho. I would say for the urban areas, it's definitely worth it to kind of fill in those gaps in the scenery. Okay, we are, what are we at, about, yeah, look at that, it's about 5,000 feet. All right, so now what we're gonna do, this is pretty cool. Let's kind of skirting the cloud layer there, and that's funny. Wind's making us kind of dog-legged a little bit. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and we're gonna pull back on the stick. It's gonna tell us we are stalling, and we've done the stall. As far as that's concerned, that seems pretty normal. Basically, it went up till it lost all its airspeed, and then basically after that, what it did is the wing dipped and then came down. Then yeah, it seemed pretty typical. It really felt like a Cessna. All right. Oop, carburetor ice suspected. Okay, no problems. So we can turn the carb heat on. Get rid of that warning. So yeah, this is not a bad aircraft to fly, to be quite honest. All right, let's see if the trim helps. Okay, I've got the trim maxed out, and I'm still having to pull back on the stick. Let me get in here and make sure that I'm not losing my mind on something. Oh, really? Okay. The trim controls are not my favorite. But that's all right. So yeah, one thing I wanted to tell you guys about is kind of what I've been thinking about. So my next subscriber goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, because YouTube does a spotlight on up-and-coming creators, and those creators have to have at least 1,000 subscribers in order to be featured. And every month they pick 4 creators that are newer, close to 1,000 subscribers, to feature on, you know, their little vignettes or whatever the case may be. So 1,000 subscribers is very much my next goal. Now, it seems like quite a bit, and it's quite a bit more than what I have currently, which as of today I have 140 wonderful, beautiful subscribers, and you know, I hope that we can continue to grow the channel. You know, I got a nice group of X-Plane friends. There's some other stuff coming, so I'll have some new friends joining me on the channel, I hope, to watch some of those other games and those other videos. So, you know, hopefully, you know, I know that with your support that I will get to the point where yeah, that we'll get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So, if you're new to the channel, check out the rest of the videos if you haven't seen any of the other videos. And if you want to keep up with some X-Plane 11, which is probably why you came to the channel in the first place, or came to, at least to the video, stick around. I would definitely love to have you. As I continue to try to grow the channel, that's something I think very much about. Okay, so there I spammed you and begged you for likes and subscriptions and views and all that stuff. So hopefully that takes. I think now what we're going to do is we're going to take another lap around, and we're going to play some music. I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but we're going to play some music while we land, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video on this aircraft. All right, so final thoughts. Um, the plane flies well, so that's a definite plus. Very similar to a Cessna or a Bear and something like that. So, flight mechanics are decent. Textures are, I think they're good. Like I think probably I don't even know that I could do something this good, personally. But as far as what freeware you could get out there, in it even in freeware that's never been payware, I think the textures could be a bit better. No 3D cockpit is kind of just that that's not my favorite due to the fact that I can't look around, look up and around while in the cockpit of the aircraft. But overall, it's stable. The plane flies well, and so will I ever fly this again? Probably not, just because it won't be something I want to go back to. Should you try it and at least kind of mess around with it and have some fun with it? Yeah, absolutely. I think you should take the time to check this thing out for yourself. So that's going to be in the description down below. So yeah, I do want to thank you guys again for tuning in and watching another episode, and we'll catch you next time.